Coming up on today's recap and review of AEW Dynamite, the Blackpool Combat Club reunite for the first time in over a year. Bryan Danielson looks towards his last chance for the AEW World Championship. MJF is back on TV, and more. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another video. How you doing? Did you guys know that Fight Forever is free on PlayStation Plus? I'm totally broke, so I'm playing it for the first time, and I'm having a blast. Especially creating my own character. Check him out. And it's pretty funny that in the game, MJF is still world champion. Speaking of MJF, he opens the show. So let's get into it. He kicks things off with a huge promo, reminding all the new top guys that this is still his show. He roasts Swerve, Will Ospreay, and even Okada, future feuds that I need to see. The Okada one was especially rough. MJF says he calls himself the Rainmaker, but by looking at his physique, it seems like he can't even afford a gym membership. Ouch. Okay, does Okada have the greatest physique ever? No, he kinda just looks like a normal guy. And that's not a bad thing at all. But then again, if you're being paid $13.5 million to be a professional wrestler, maybe, try a little harder. MJF proclaims that he's the face of AEW and no one else is on his level. He could have gone on, honestly, forever. MJF really does love talking about himself. However, Rush interrupts, expressing his anger that MJF is getting all this attention, but while he was at home recovering, Rush himself was out here wrestling. MJF quickly shuts him down, claiming he didn't hear a single word Rush said, but he compliments him on his accomplishments around the world and his famous wrestling lineage, before cursing him out in Spanish. This drives Rush crazy, leading to a brawl that needed to be separated by security. Alright, if you had asked me who did I think would be MJF's first feud with when he returned, Rush wouldn't be in the first 20 names. And can you blame me? He hasn't exactly made the hugest impact in AEW, but in this promo, MJF really did make Rush seem like a big deal. So I'll let them cook. Next, we had a fatal 4-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the International Championship. And this match featured some great wrestlers: Orange Cassidy, Rey Fenix, Kyle O'Reilly, and Jay Lethal. Keep these guys on TV every week and I will be happy. This match was a non-stop highlight reel, and after 10 attempts for the lethal injection, Jay finally hits one. It was great, but Rey Fenix turned a figure 4 lock attempt into a roll-up for the 1-2-3. So he'll be trying to reclaim his international title when he faces Will Ospreay next week on Dynamite, which I can already guarantee is going to be an absolute banger. However, it wasn't over yet for Cassidy, as Trent Beretta gets to the ring with a steel chair. But Cassidy doesn't let this slide as he meets him with a steel chain. But then, Chris Statlander rushes in between them, trying to plead with Cassidy to get him to stop, but blindsides him with a punch right in the face. Fortunately, Willow arrives and chases her out of the ring. Now this is what I'm talking about. It looks like we're getting an Orange Cassidy and Willow Nightingale team up. And these two are like my favorite baby faces on the roster. I'm super excited. After that, Mark Briscoe defeated Brian Cage in a qualifier for the TNT ladder match at Forbidden Door. Only in pro wrestling can this guy beat this guy. It's so awesome. Then the Acclaimed came out and started calling the EVPs the extremely vain perverts and the extraordinarily vapid penises. Oh my god. As you can assume, the Young Bucks didn't really appreciate this, so they shut it down real quickly and just cut their entire segment entirely. This bummed me out, but come on, what do you expect is gonna happen when you say that to your bosses? We also had a couple of backstage segments, which I'll cover up real quick. Hi guys, Chris Jericho has perfected this character, and seeing him so delusional and thinking everyone loves him when they don't is super funny. But he had a little too many segments this episode. I can only take so much Jericho. Then Swerve hyped up his match with Roderick Strong later in the night. And he's also sad that Team AEW didn't invite him to be a part of their team for Anarchy in the Arena. Finally, we get a video package for Mercedes Moné taking on Stephanie Valkyr at Forbidden Door, which is a title for title match. Apparently, New Japan Pro created the Strong Women's Championship specifically for Mercedes. So, be ready for Mercedes 2 belts is all I can say. Next, which I had no knowledge of beforehand, we had an 8-man tag match between Team CMLL and the Blackpool Combat Club. All of them together. The last time we saw this was Double or Nothing 2023. They are the baddest group in pro wrestling, and it's not even close. This was so much fun and even looked like a mini Anarchy in the Arena. As you can probably tell, there are too many insane moments to list all of them. But at the top of my head, I love when Claudio does the swing and Moxley catches them with a drop kick. And I will never get tired of seeing that rolling powerbomb into a sunset flip. Plus, it was really cool to see Wheeler Yuta get the pin, especially since he's been out for so long. Heading backstage, Bryan Danielson makes a huge announcement. His last year before retirement hasn't exactly been going to plan. You know, losing the TNT Championship match against Christian, losing the Continental Classic, losing at Anarchy in the Arena, etc., etc. But the year isn't over yet. He still has one last chance to reach the top. So he announces he'll be competing in the Owen Hart Cup to earn an AEW World Championship match at All In. Do it. I'm serious. Do that. All these guys like Will Ospreay can wait one more year. I need to see Danielson reach the top one last time. Then it was time for the main event. Swerve Strickland versus Roderick Strong for the AEW World Championship. Thank God Swerve changed those comic book graphics on his entrance. They were cool, don't get me wrong, but they were just so out of character. Swerve came at Roderick with all his great moves, like the stomp on the ring apron and the powerbomb into a power slam. This forced Roderick to get ruthless. Dropping Swerve on the top turnbuckle and flipping him on the ring apron looked especially painful. However, late in the match, Roderick's knee stopped him from standing up, leaving him open to a house call for the 1-2-3. A fantastic main event. So that makes it official. At Forbidden Door, it will be Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. I don't care who wins. All I'm asking is that it's a clean finish. There has to be a clear winner. Anyways, that was my recap and review of Dynamite. Subscribe so you don't miss a single video on Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown. And as always, thank you for watching.